Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on today, the 12th, going into the 13th of February 2014. And out here across the western Pacific today, I know there's a low pressure area just towards the east of Japan. It may look pretty daunting on the satellite picture, but trust me, this one is moving away. And what we're actually keying our attention in on is another low that is developing in out of eastern China. This right now is bringing about 5 to 10 centimeters across the Yangtze River Basin. Some wintry precipitation, possible even over towards Beijing. And in the Shanghai, you're looking at some sleet on your Thursday. Well, this low is going to be one of those southern coast lows that we often talk about. Take a look at the GFS model outlook, just one of the several models we're looking at, but this one just showing you the general track. Our low developing just right around the southern Japanese islands. You're going to be looking at rainfall on your Thursday and the Friday. Then it moves northeast by Friday evening and skirts right along the coastline. Let's compare it with our last storm system, actually, that came through here on February the 8th here on the left, moving up just along the southern coastline. That was the track. The one on the right is the forecasted track for our storm this coming weekend, another southern coast low. The key difference is this one over the coming weekend on the 15th is likely going to be a little bit closer to the coastline. So that means less cold air wrapping it around it, which means less snowfall, and let's hope that is the case. I'm not expecting total accumulations to be up near record-breaking amounts, but Tokyo, you still could see enough that, as far as Tokyo is concerned, it's a pretty plenty amount of snowfall, 3 to 6 centimeters possible. Yokosuka, I put down 1 to 2. I know we'll be switching back and forth between rain and snow throughout the day on your Saturday. More likely by Friday night and the Saturday mornings when you're going to see your heaviest snow accumulations. Chiba as well, a little bit less. Kyoto, farther there towards the west, you're looking at some snowfall accumulating out of this as well. Now let's take a look at some other models that we're talking about here. Now this is the GFS, once again moving off towards the northeast, but the key one is our ECMWF model, which I have shown in the past is pretty accurate at forecasting snowfall in and around the Tokyo area. So as far as trust with snow models, this one really takes the cake. And you can see here by Friday afternoon, we're starting to see some snowfall move into the Kanto Plain. Most of that in the higher elevations, but we go into Friday night. And overnight hours, this is about 3 a.m. actually, Friday and the Saturday. Widespread snowfall across much of the Kanto Plain. Over towards Tokyo, you're looking at about 2 to 3 centimeters an hour. And then down towards Yokohama. And then even looking farther west, Shizuoka. Also some pretty heavy snowfall will be accumulating here for you. And as we look ahead even farther, that is by Friday and the Saturday. Friday morning, snow continues to linger, but throughout the day on Saturday, it will be tapering off. Now you see this right here, the bulk of the heaviest snowfall in western Kanto, Yokohama, Yokosuka, Tokyo. This does not mean you will not be seeing any form of precipitation, though. You'll probably be seeing a rain-snow mix, and if we can pull up the precipitation for the same time period, you can see right here, just look at how widespread that heavy rainfall is going to be, or snow. Now, the forecast is subject to change. The key thing to keep in mind, and we can actually see it here on our Earth.null school model, is if we scroll ahead a few hours, I'll wait for that to buffer, we can see it right here actually on our ECMWF model, is that if the low stays close enough to the coastline, then you're going to be looking at more of a rainfall event. But if that low does track a little bit farther south, just like we were talking about a second ago with the differences between last week's low and this week's low, if it takes that track farther south, along with the same track last week's low did, that means more cold air and more snowfall can be anticipated. Right now, the low will be right near the coastline here. This is going into Saturday afternoon. Look at that, right over Chiba. Gusty winds out here, though. We're going to be looking at gale force winds actually at the equivalent of tropical storm strength because this is so close to the coastline. And actually, let's zoom right in on it. And these are showing winds along the Mira Peninsula. That's where you are if you're in Yokosuka, up to 35, possibly 50 knots. That is just some, that is breezy conditions. That is definitely going to be any snow that will be falling, blowing it around if this model does hold true. So gale force winds, the risk of snowfall Saturday, I would highly suggest stay inside and just ride this one out and wait for another weekend to pass by. And if you get a little time outside, do enjoy yourself, but don't put yourself in any danger. Here's the ensemble model from a JMA, just showing that track, very similar output that I just showed you. So that's another model forecast we often tend to use. Meanwhile, the tropics staying pretty quiet out here. We do have a weak tropical wave across Mindanao, bringing some showers there for you. And the other thing that we also were talking about earlier today, I think I'm going to make a completely separate update on this, is that there is the very faintest risk of a possible tropical system for the Philippines in the long range. I'm going to scroll ahead and just show you this really quick here, and from the GFS model, if it does load up here for me, which it seems it's not, out to, we have to go out to about 250 hours to take a look at this. A week and a half in advance is if there's a possible tropical system. It's probably very uncertain, and you can see it right here, just off the eastern portions of Visayas. That was a 0Z run, though, and I just want to compare this up and how much the model runs are being different. The 06 UTC run, completely different outcome, and there's not much there, just a trough with the northeast monsoon. I think I might put a whole new update on that, just separate. Stay safe out there, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can post them down there in the comment box below. And thanks for watching. Bye.